Ooh, welcome back. Sunday morning. I think I'm gonna work in the garage a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna do. I have a big long laundry list of things to get done today, so we'll just get started. First things first, we gotta warm it up in here a little bit. It's a little bit burr, so we'll use the heater and we'll fire it up and get some light going in here and let's get at it. This is hard to do one-handed. This extension cord thing works bloody great. Just pull it out whenever I need it for odd stuff like this heater. Very hard to plug in one-handed. Oh, my God. There we go. Okay, this is what I do with this heater now. I go ahead and I fire it up out the door. That way the initial poor combustion goes out the door until it's lit off and happy. And a second. There we go. Just like that. A little bit of diesel smell. Gotta get that hose ready today for winter. Actually, it's another job we gotta do with all the hoses, but we should be able to get it a little warmer in here now. See?
Big thanks to PCBWay for sponsoring this episode and making quality PCBs available at reasonable prices. Make sure you check them out for your next electronics project, as well check out their advanced PCB services for more industrial or high precision uses. Check out their shared projects page as well, where you can share your project and earn 10% commission on your first one.
Got a leak in our compressor. One of these fittings is leaking, so I'll fix that today too. Go ahead and get it fired up. So I think one thing I gotta get done, I got some mail here. That's gonna be a video all on its own. That's a new chainsaw, yet another one. Yes, I do have a chainsaw obsession, but they're handy to have around. More parts, and maybe we'll fix that generator, but let's have a look at what we got. Some of this stuff is bought local, some is supplied otherwise. Actually, I see my camera is just about to go dead. Gotta swap the battery. Nice that at least warned me this time. Okay, I got some bungee cords. These are handy to have on the ATV and around the shop. Just an assortment from Amazon, but these are the really good heavy duty ones. They're plastic covered metal hooks, so they don't scratch things as easy. I'll put a link down below. I've bought this package before and you just end up losing them eventually, but for me, that's perfect. Just some dollar store containers, and this is pretty cool. This is a cylinder hone for doing small engine stuff. Find a tool. This is adjustable out to hopefully big enough for, yep, that'll work. That'll work for very small engines. You don't need a lot of honing anymore, but if you had, say, an engine that was stuck and you just needed to remove the aluminum transfer, you could use, my father uses heavy-duty acids. I've used muriatic acid before, and then you just run the hone over it. But adjust this down, you tighten this down, and that puts more spring tension against the wall. And you just chuck it up in your drill and go real nice and slow. And put... well, you want to have the lines crossing, the etched lines about like so throughout. So that's set by the speed at which you plunge it. So yeah, pretty handy little things. Check these out. This is something I never even had when I was in the trade. These are a set of screwdrivers that are all seemingly similar, but they are not. These are all, they may look like Phillips, but these are actually JIS, Japanese Industrial Standard, I think it stands for. But they're numbered, and one really long one. Really, really handy for Japanese built stuff. Phillips will work, but it does wallow out the fasteners, and the JIS is the right one. So I finally got myself a set. This is just cheap from Amazon. It's not the greatest thing, but for how often I need them, plenty good enough for me. I got some shipping tags. These, silly thing to have, but I've got so many jobs on the go lately. You've seen weed eaters, generators, you name it. I can use these for tagging what that particular item in my shop needs or what's been done. Just super handy, reinforced around the edge. And then I just went to dollar store and got this stuff. This 20 gauge hardware wire is plenty enough to fasten these on with, and cost $1.50 for 150 feet of it. To get these shipping tags with the tie straps was actually significantly more money. This box is only a couple of bucks, so this solved that problem. Handy dandy. In this big monster box, we got what should be another box. Get it out. This is another chainsaw carrier, different brand. This is a Huztl name brand one for the large husky saws. This is very tight. This is the same as the one you saw that I set up for the G660, the 066 clone, except this one is in spanky orange, which I like because it makes it a little less likely that you're going to back over it in the bush with your tractor or your car or truck or whatever. But yeah, handy dandy. As well for that, I had to order these scabbards. These are up to 28 inch. Which you're going to see I have multiple of, and these are Huztl name brand ones. They weren't very expensive at all. They were just as cheap as the Chinese small ones, so that should cover me for my 28 inch bars. Oh, and one last little mail item. There's nothing to it. This is just a recoil for MS380. This is the Farmertec Huztl clone one. But you're going to see why I'm going to have that here in a bit. Yeah, stay tuned. Alrighty, I just did the unboxing video of this Holzfforma G388 monster chainsaw, and it failed to shut off. Kill switch isn't working, which is kind of funny that it made it through the factory like that. I wonder whether I bumped it when I was checking this out, or oops, sorry, I just kicked you. Anyway, this is not a job I planned on doing today, but for the time it takes. So this is our kill switch here. Nothing to it. All it does is just shorts the coil out, kills it dead. And in our case, something is not working. There's not much to them. They're just a little connection that touches on another connection, and in this case, how the hell is that supposed to work? So there's our connection, and there's a clip. I can see what happened. So, oh, silly assemblers. There's a clip right there, and it's snapped onto the inside of the case. Where a metal clip really has no business being. This, maybe I'm wrong. No, I think I'm wrong. No, I think that's not the answer. So all the way up should be off. That's this connection through this connection up through to the choke. So how does that work? I'm going to have to do some thinking on this, as usual, as I usually do. But I was thinking this clip is supposed to be on here. But I don't think that's the case, we are making, well, maybe we're not making contact there. Might not be the best, so gonna have to do some measuring. Oh, looks like I left the camera going. Handy dandy. All right, I got it figured out. So this thing, if I wiggle it by hand, it does make connection. So there's just a little bit of manufacturing goopies on there. I can see there's a coating on it, on that bar, on the wire connection, and I'm guessing this. It looks like a copper, but it's not. There must be some clear coat on it. Can I get you in to see that? Can I get you a better angle? Yeah, right there. That copper isn't copper. It is not making a good connection. When I just forced it with my finger, it killed the saw no problem. So I'm just going to clean that up. I learned when I was a mechanic to accept wearing these gloves. I was the first mechanic in my hometown that wore gloves, and everybody made fun of me for it. It's a good habit to have. I like keeping the poisons off me. Not that there's much poison here, but let's see if we can get in there and give it a rub. Yeah, it comes right off. I'm going to get something a little bit more abrasive. Well, looks like my abrasives are in short supply. So I'm just going to use some Scotch-Brite pad here. Oops. That come out of there. Alright. Put you back up where I can get at it a little easier. Yeah, I'm guessing there was just some kind of a clear coat on there that it's probably a lot of things get clear coated and anti-rust treated when they're going to be spending some time on a boat. This saw did not spend any time on a boat. It was air freighted. When you order from Huztl, they air freight it from China, but a lot of them, if anybody was ordering stock, they probably would be sitting somewhere. So we'll just clean that up. That looks pretty good. Put that back underneath. Make sure the multifunction lever still works. Let's line that up better. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Blow this out. That should make contact now, or better contact, enough to kill it. I'm going to take it outside and give it a go. Okay, sure enough, that's not the end of the story, as always. The design is actually wrong. This connection can't be made properly because this doesn't make good enough contact with the spring. The rest of the multifunction knob works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to modify this. Like, this is weird. I almost think I know what's... I think I'm back to what I thought in the first place. I think this clip is supposed to be over top of that. No. Well, let's pop it out. I don't know what this is there for. It doesn't seem like a smart place to put a clip. It seems rather pointless. Perfect. So I just removed a bit of material from the back, right here, the stop to allow it to go a little further, and clean this up in here. So there we go. We're making good contact now. Sweet. That'll do us. All right, that done it. quite happy with that. So recap, I know this isn't the best lens. I'm sorry. I don't think I can get you any closer. No. I just removed this stopper material here, just a little wee bit of it. That comes up against the case here when it's at full stop. It doesn't do anything beyond that. So it's really, it just stops this from hitting the airbox, I guess. But yeah, that did it. I guess we should check and make sure we can still get the airbox on properly. Can't do that without the filter on because it's got the cam. But that should do it for anybody with the G388 or a steel with that problem. That's a pretty easy fix. No big deal. Surprised that got through QC, but these things happen. This is a Chinese saw after all. No leaks. It starts first pull. There's no decompressor on this thing. Oh, does it kick? It's tough to start. When it kicks, it kicks. So it's 72 cc's. Oh, anyway, I think that's that for today. On to the next chores. Oh, okay, that's the end of that. On to the next one. I'm gonna get these hoses blown out for the winter. The snow's coming in a day or so, but before I shut it down, I think we'll just fill up the hot tub. It's a little low. Okay, this is my little baby hot tub that works just great for the wife and I. And it's just a little low on water, so go ahead and fill it back up. Alright, I think that should do it. That'll be back up to about 103 Fahrenheit soon enough, and that'll be plenty warm enough when the bad weather comes. It's a small hot tub and it's good enough for the wife and I. So yeah, actually I should just wash the top off too while I'm here. Yeah, let's do that. We had 130 plus km/h winds the other night, so if there was anything loose, dirt, crud or otherwise, it ended up everywhere. So I just had this whole area clean just like a week ago. So yeah, this will be good enough. Come out here in our bare feet. Don't want to be stepping on dirt and tracking it into the tub. It's no good. Usually I use sandals or whatever, but it's been a good little tub. It's a Galbosa. I forget how many gallon, 1600 or something. Could be way off, but good little tub. I've rebuilt the motor twice, pump assembly, and I bought one out of California, and it's on its like 5th, 6th, 7th year maybe, without a failure, without a seal even wearing out. It's been incredible. So I'm waiting for the bottom to fall out on that. They're due for a new cover here probably next year. This one's 3 years old. Usually they start to get waterlogged about then, but good enough for the winter. I think we're ready. Alright, here's the height of laziness in my heated garage. I've rigged up a blow gun. I've got my hose looped through all the way to the front hose and shut off at the house. So I'm going to blow through this and it's going to exit at the front of the house. And I got this blowgun that I can throttle right down to almost nothing so I don't blow the crap out of the lines. And then I can sit here and have a rest and just wait for my lines to be empty. Alright, well, if you made it through all that, you must be a hardcore fan. That's, I think I'm caught up on most of the things today. Lightning's horrible. Let's try that. It's beer time. Cheers, guys. Just wanted to say thanks to all the people who follow this channel and follow all the silly things that I do here, and support me as well by just watching the videos or clicking thumbs up or being subscribed, or the crazy bunch of you that are patrons that help me out every month for the production quality of these videos and stuff. Cheers, guys. I don't say thank you enough. I know the content's been all over the place this summer, but YouTube's been not favoring small tech channels at all. A huge downturn in recommended views and stuff. So that's why I've been branching out into more of the stuff I do. Rather than suspend the videos in the summertime, I wanted to share these
outdoor stuff with you, garage stuff, real life stuff, real tools, real situations, like today's silly stuff, like topping up the hot tub and fixing a chainsaw. Nothing to it, but it's fun to share. So cheers, guys. I just wanted to say thanks. You guys are an amazing community out there. I really owe you a ton. I really do, guys. So hope your weekend is going well, wherever you may be. I don't know when this will even publish, so it's probably not a weekend for you. Maybe it is. I like Friday publishing, but cheers, guys. I will see you guys next video.